To my family, friends, supporters, and colleagues, I want to speak to you directly and from the heart. This is a shakedown. I'm going to be open, transparent, and defend myself because this isn't right. This is all being orchestrated by Tony Buzbee, who has targeted Jay-Z. Tony Buzbee targets black men, and I believe he's going to release a 30-second clip of a sex tape that tries to make me look guilty and play into every stereotype you could possibly imagine. That video should actually be 10 minutes or so. Hey Tony, instead of releasing your edit, put the whole video out. I don't have it, or I would myself. You know what happened, and you're trying to manipulate the media. The encounter in question took place during the day at her invitation, and now that appears to be a deliberate setup, coordinated by Gabby, also known as Carly on OnlyFans. Gabby and Tony Buzbee want $50 million. What they're getting is sued for defamation and trying to take me down. My career is all about real talk and honesty. I know my family and fans know exactly what this is about. And I'm going to be out there telling you whatever I need to say, just like I always do. I love all you guys. Thanks.
Yo, it's Big Ant, the spokesman, man. We back. Another edition of Urban Politicians TV, UPTV. Make sure you stay on your pivot at all times, man. Had to come tap in the last 24 hours have been a real live whirlwind when it comes to Shannon Sharpe in the news and in the media. As it broke into the timeline early yesterday morning, he'd been hit with the $50 million lawsuit of alleged rape, sexual assault, and abuse to this girl named Gabby on OnlyFans named Courtney that he has supposedly been in a relationship with a couple years. A little bit more time went by. Next thing you know, it's all up over the timeline after all the accusations came out of that he was choking, abusing, and things like that. A text thread that him and his team put out showed conversation that these things were wanted, these things were consensual, and everybody like, wow, this nigga Shannon Sharpe, yeah, it is a consensual conversation to this, but it's like, man, you into some wild stuff. To each his own. Nothing illegal about that. No foul play there. Well, now today, Shannon Sharpe woke up, put out a video, and y'all heard that right there in the beginning, saying that this is a cash grab. This is completely one of those shakedowns done by Tony Buzbee, a lawyer that we've seen all over the internet, all over time and time again, tied in with these lawsuits. The recent one with Jay-Z, Diddy, others as well, Deshaun Watson and things. But now, Tony Buzbee has came out and put it in the news and the media, and I had to come cover it so y'all won't say I'm being biased, that Shannon Sharpe had offered a $10 million settlement. He put up a post with the explanation of the complaint, but in the caption he said, on the one hand, Mr. Sharpe and his lawyers claim that the case filed by Jane Doe is meritless. Yet, on the other hand, they now have disclosed that Mr. Sharpe offered Jane Doe $10 million in writing not to file her lawsuit. That is a true statement. Jane Doe, in fact, offered $10 million to settle, but rejected that offer, choosing instead to proceed with litigation. Sharpe's team is now trying to discredit and dox her. Sharpe and his team are now, as anticipated, also attacking me. We're not going to be deterred by these tactics. And then the complainant says, prior to engaging in the mediation process, Mr. Sharpe's counsel insisted on Jane Doe signing a confidentiality agreement. Mr. Sharpe's attorney has now breached that agreement while at the same time deliberately revealing Jane Doe's name, phone number, and private messages that again predate the alleged rape. That was a grievance error on Sharpe's part, because now all the things discussed and revealed in the mediative process will at some point be revealed. And that was him announcing that he was putting out that audio that released all over the internet today. And supposedly Shannon Sharpe says that there's a 10-minute sex video floating around with 3 minutes on it. And let's get to this lawsuit part. Now, what people have to know and understand, just because Shannon Sharpe, that's why I say innocent until proven guilty. Let me say this again. And that's why I'm coming and putting it out there like that. They put it out there, he offered $10 million. People settle out of court. These things do happen. Why? Because they don't want the bad press. Now, Shannon Sharpe is innocent until proven guilty. We haven't saw no proof. We heard a recorded phone call. Who know what was what? Who know what that entire phone call was about? Sharpe is saying that, hey, nigga, we into this type of stuff. I'm into the foreplay. Shannon Sharpe is 56. This is a young OnlyFans girl. Shannon Sharpe, you are a freaky nigga, but there's no crime in that. But people offer money because they don't want the bad press. Now, people might not say, well, why would you pay $10 million at things? To Shannon Sharpe, he's in negotiations, $100 million deals, $20 million deal over there, $30 million deal, whoop-de-whoop, whoop-de-whoop. Shannon Sharpe might deal with multiple women or have had multiple relationships. Who knows? But every once in a while, you get that one where they try to crash and burn your ship. You got a decision to make. I'm going to fight this if they ask for the money, or I'm going to take it all the way down through there and, hey, I'll just go and shoot you the check, man. Just be quiet, hush up. I don't need the bad press. When it comes to these lawyers like Buzbee who cover these lawsuits, their goal most of the time is to settle off the strength of, hey, the media. This is why when you go to the, let me get a women this. Let me get a women this. When you go to a lawyer instead of the police, when you go to a lawyer in a lawsuit instead of to the investigators, instead of filing a police report, most people who are not just want to jump on the side and things like that are going to question your stance. Now, I'm not telling women that don't be scared or don't be afraid or to play naive. That I know it's a thing when women they go through mental problems when they've been abused. They go through mental problems when they've been hurt, attacked, or raped, or controlled. They have a fear about them. This is most definitely a real thing in the game. That is something that happens with real victims. But when you decide to go to somebody and it's not the police, you go strictly for the money, we're gonna always look at it like, well, hold on, now we gotta wait and see. And it is gonna be regardless. I wouldn't care what's what. Shannon Sharpe is innocent until proven guilty. Nothing has said that he's done anything. Yeah, they put this out, this $10 million stuff. Like I say, people will say, hey, man, I got millions and millions and millions on the table. This gonna cost a lot of the millions. It's cheaper for me to pay out this $10 million and be done with it. I got caught up, I messed up, I slipped up. Wrong woman, wrong one. I know I had a relationship with her. It ain't what she said it's supposed to be, but I don't even want that out there in the public. But I'm going to let me just pay her, get a go. I learn from my mistakes. But when you go with this type of situation right here, it's going to make it seem like, hold on, man, why you didn't go to the police? Why you didn't file a police report? And this is time and time again, we see these type of things go on. She come with the proof, I most definitely come on here and say something completely different. You come with the full evidence, I say something different. You know what I'm saying? He say put out the unedited version of all this stuff, put out the full footage of all this stuff. Shannon Sharpe say he got the sex tape, and I'm laughing because Shannon Sharpe, you are a freaky nigga. You know, we got to keep it 1,000 by them texts. You a freaky nigga. No crime in that, though. You know, I'm a nasty nigga, too. But, hey, boy, you almost no, Shannon Sharpe. But we'll see what happens, man. Not a fun thing to be playing with when it comes to people being raped, allegations, and this has been a thing where we see these lawsuits get formed and it don't be no truth to them. A lot of them be debunked and don't make no sense if you read them. But I want to make sure I came and updated y'all with that people do try to sell out on lawsuits to avoid the bad press, which costs them more money or more deals to be lost or cause their sponsors to fall back off of them. And like, I got to take a hit. I'll take this big hit instead of taking an even bigger hit down the road and had this stain on my name in the public eye, because nobody want rape attached to their brain. Just keeping it all the way 1,000. But I'll keep y'all updated on it. We got more videos. I'll let 1,000 for shit show. Stay on your pivot.